Is one of your biggest fears dropping your motorcycle and you're afraid you're going to do hundreds or even thousands of dollars worth of damage to the bike? Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruiseman's Garage. Today we're going to be installing the T-Rex engine guards and the saddlebag guards onto a 2023 Honda Goldwing. Now I've got a friend that'll be over here in a little bit. He actually purchased the front engine guards for the bike. I reached out to T-Rex Racing, they're local, they're here in the Dallas area. I reached out to them to see if they wanted me to install a set and do a review. And when I talked to them, they were out of the engine guards, but they had the saddlebag guards. So they sent me a set free of charge to test out and review. But I'm going to let Jeff have my saddlebag guards, and we're going to put the saddlebag guards and his engine guards on his bike. I hope this makes sense. And then we're going to kind of give you a little bit of review, tell you what we think of them. I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk Jeff into letting me drop his bike to put him to the test, but I think you'll get the idea. So anyway, when Jeff gets here, we'll get started. I'll just show you real quick, amongst all the other junk I have over here, these are what the T-Rex guards look like when they arrive. They're wrapped up in some bubble wrap, and then they're inside of some very heavy plastic, like clear plastic. So we'll get these unwrapped and I'll set these out. That way we'll be ready to do the installation, and I'll show you all the hardware that comes with these. Well, as you can see, the T-Rex bars are very well packaged. They really took a lot of time. In fact, it took me probably 10 minutes to unwrap all the parts, being careful not to scratch any of the powder coat as I was removing all the bubble wrap and other packing materials. Okay, so forgive the background music of the leaf blower down the street, which is ever present in my neighborhood. Okay, so here we've got just a closer look at these engine guards. You can see there is it looks like a replaceable piece here. Like this is going to be the first thing that would hit if we hit the ground. You see we've got the T-Rex branding on there. The welds look very nice, very high quality welds. Hardware looks good, super smooth welds in here, nothing sloppy about this. I assume these are powder coated. I haven't found any information to say, but I assume they are. Next, we're going to unwrap the saddlebag guards and get all that hardware out. So it would appear that these parts are what mount to the motorcycle, and then once you've mounted these, this actually mounts here to this piece next to your saddlebag. Again, you've got the little tip over bar here that looks to me like it can easily be replaced if it were to get damaged in a tip over. And it's a pretty interesting design, actually. There is a note on the hardware bag that says we're going green to save trees. Nobody's told them that trees are a crop, I guess. Colored instructions, video are available on product page. So I guess we have to get instructions on how to do the installation through their website. While I'm unpacking all of this T-Rex hardware, this is a good time to let you know this is not going to be an in-depth step-by-step installation video. I am going to show you certain things we did during installation, some problems we ran into, and how we worked around those issues. But if you're looking for a step-by-step installation video, I would refer you to MSGN. Mike has a really good installation video on these tip-over bars, so I would refer you over to his channel. Make sure you subscribe while you're over there. So basically, this is what all of the hardware looks like from T-Rex. This is both the engine guard and the saddlebag guards. I would also advise you not to install the engine guards without the saddlebag guards. I'm not sure if the bike fell over on those engine guards, if it might put the bike at an angle where it could actually do more damage to the saddlebags. Can't prove it, but I think if it were me, I would make sure to install both of these at the same time. As for the engine guard bolts, the longer of the two bolts and the larger spacer go on the left side of the engine. The shorter bolt and spacer go on the right side. Now Jeff has the Gold Strike highway pegs installed, and if you do have those installed, you will have to remove those before you can install the engine guards. Next, we start by removing these two 5mm bolts on this little cover. Now, this is only so that it can flip up and get out of the way so that we can get to the larger 17mm bolt kind of behind one side. You do not have to do this on the left side of the engine, only on the right side of the engine. You'll also notice that we've removed the right lower cowl. You don't have to do this unless you have the foot pegs installed. We had to remove the lower cowl so that we could get to the Gold Strike foot pegs. Next, Jeff is removing this large 17mm bolt. This is at the top front end of the engine. This will be in the instructions, and it is on very tight. Now, one thing we did not know at the time is that there is a nut on the back side of this bolt, and you need to make sure you're holding on to that nut. Otherwise, it will drop down into the engine like it did for us, and then we had to get a magnet to retrieve it. We thought that the frame was threaded, but it's not. There is a large nut on the back side of this bolt. So before you completely remove this bolt, reach around inside the wheel well and you can grab that nut with your other hand and hold on to it so that it doesn't just fall into the engine. Next, Jeff removes the two 12mm bolts at the bottom. Now, two of these are bolts that hold in the OEM engine guard. So the T-Rex engine guard will mount on top of the flanges of the OEM tip-over bars. So here's a little tip that could save you a lot of heartache. When you remove these two 12mm bolts from the bottom of the tip-over bars, which is where we're going to be mounting the T-Rex to, you'll notice they no longer line up with the threaded holes in the engine. You will save yourself a lot of time and aggravation trying to get those holes to line up unless you go ahead and slightly loosen the top mounting bolt for this tip-over bar. It's at the very front top of the tip-over bar. Just loosen it enough, and that will give you some slop to work with so that you can move all these parts around and get them to line up with the holes in the frame. Also, if you end up taking off the right lower cowl because you have to remove highway pegs, make sure you put the lower cowl back on before you install the tip-over bars. We forgot to do that, and it was a pain. Now, if you don't have highway pegs, you won't have to remove the lower cowl on the right side, but you do have to remove the lower cowl on the left side of the engine. So just remember, when you do that, make sure you put the lower cowl back on before you install the tip-over bars. When it comes time to installing that large bolt at the top front of the engine, we're using a box end wrench, a 17mm, and we placed the nut inside that box end wrench with some masking tape like this right here. And that way we can kind of hold it until we get at least a few threads to catch on that nut. Once it's connected to the nut, you could remove the wrench and remove the masking tape, put the wrench back on, tighten everything up. Now we decided to go ahead and do everything on the right side of the bike, so we went ahead and kind of loosened that exhaust cover and remove the right rear tip-over bars. Now, unlike on the engine guards, these tip-over bars, they are permanently removed. We basically replace them with the T-Rex tip-over bars. The rear tip-over bars are really pretty easy to install, and once we got them installed, we decided to lean the bike over onto those bars to complete the installation on the left side. We saw that tip on Mike's YouTube channel, so we decided to do what he did. Having the bike on its side like this made it much easier to install the engine guards, but not so much with the rear guards because the center stand is in the way and you can't really get that exhaust cover far enough forward to get access to those rear tip-over bar bolts. So we ended up having to put the bike back on the center stand to complete the installation of the rear guards. Once we got the bike back on the center stand, it was pretty easy then to access those two 12mm bolts that hold on the OEM tip-over bars. Once we installed the T-Rex mounting bracket, we slid the exhaust cover back into place, and then we're ready to mount the tip over bars. So with the job completed, this is what the front engine guards look like after they've been installed. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you think they look good? And here you can see the rear tip over bars after they've been installed. Okay, so now it's time for me to kind of give you my final assessment of these T-Rex Racing. I call them engine guards and saddlebag guards. I'm not sure what they call them. Let me just kind of give you the pros and cons of this product. And this is just my opinion. Any of you out there, if you already have the T-Rex guards on your Honda Goldwing, please put it in the comments down below. Tell me what your thoughts are. Maybe you disagree with me or agree with me. The first pro, I would say, they appear very, very well made. They're very high quality. The welding is very good. The strength, they look super strong. I actually think they look nice for engine guards and saddlebag guards. I don't think they detract from the motorcycle. I actually think the price is reasonable. It's about $279 for the engine guards, and I think it's $249 for the saddlebag guards. Like I said earlier in the video, I don't think I would put one on without the other, just because I don't know how, if you drop the bike, if you had the engine guards and or the saddlebag guards on by themselves, I'm not sure how it would shift the weight and the angle, maybe possibly cause more damage. So I think it might be a good idea if you're going to install these on your Honda Goldwing, go ahead and install both the engine guards and the saddlebag guards. Now, if you have just the engine guards on your Goldwing, or if you have just the saddlebag guards and you have dropped your bike, let me know in the comments down below what has the result been. I would say if I was going to have one without the other, it would probably be the engine guards. That's just me personally. I think it might hold the bike up enough without, because that's where the most weight is on the bike, is up front, not so much in the back. Another pro for this product is I think if you did drop the bike with these guards in place, it would make the bike easier to pick up because it's raising the bike up a few inches over what the Honda OEM guards do. So from that perspective, it should be easier, you know, when you put your butt in the seat and back up, you know, using your legs, you don't have as far to go. The bike is already a few inches off the ground. So it should make the bike easier to pick up if you, say, drop it in a parking lot or something like that. The other pro about this product is what I call the sliders. These are the points on the guards that would be the first to impact the ground, the most likely to get scratched or damaged. They appear to be replaceable because they are held in place with a couple of looks like 5mm socket bolts or screws. However, I looked on their website and I could not find the replacement sliders. They're bound to make them, but maybe they haven't sold enough yet to where they feel like they need to offer these. I don't know. But they do appear like they can easily be replaced, so that if you did drop the bike and you got them all scratched up, you could replace them and you'd never know. The other pro to this product is they offer a Cruiseman discount. So if you use the code Cruiseman, you can get a 10% discount on your purchase. That's a good thing. So what do I consider to be the cons of these T-Rex Racing guards? Well, the installation is a little bit more difficult than what what you would take away from the video. If you watch their installation video, they make it look pretty easy, and I honestly thought it was a little more difficult than we were expecting. Now, Jeff had a unique situation. He had to remove his writing highway pegs first before we did the install. That took a little more time, but it probably took he and I. Now, he did most of the work himself. I helped a little bit, but not that much. It always is good to have an extra set of hands if you have someone available to help you. We did learn some of these little shortcuts and tips, like loosening the top bolt of the OEM engine guard so that you can get everything lined up easier on those bottom two bolts. That made a big difference. But it took us a while struggling before we figured that out. But the installation is a little bit more difficult than what they imply. If you watch MSGN's video, I think that's a pretty good representation of what it takes to install these, and it's a good video. So I'll put a link to his video if you're looking for a good installation video. One of the cons, I would say, is that they don't give you any written instructions. For this price, I think they should give you written instructions with photos, good quality photos. That would help a lot, rather than having to go online, watch a video. That's a little clunkier than it would be if they did offer and deliver with the unit some written instructions. Another con for this product is that if you need to get access to your battery on the saddlebag guards, they have to be removed. Now, you don't have to remove the bottom mounting plate, but you do have to remove the 3 bolts and remove the guard itself. Otherwise, you can't get the side cover off. The same is true of the engine guards. If you need to remove the lower cowl for any reason, maybe to replace spark plugs or do any other type of installation or maintenance, you have to remove the engine guards as well. And that's a little bit more tedious, especially when you're using Loctite. Another con is that these guards, or the engine guards, are not compatible with most highway pegs. In fact, none that I know of. Now, there may be some aftermarket pegs that will mount to the engine guard itself. If you've done this with your T-Rex racing guards, please put it in the comments down below. That would be very helpful for people to know how they can have highway pegs with these engine guards installed. And the last con is maybe the worst one of all, is that they're just almost impossible to get. They seem to be always out of stock of one or the other. I don't know if it's because it's a smaller company or if because the demand for the Goldwing guards is so high they can't keep up. I usually don't want to do a video and review a product that is impossible for you to get, because it can overwhelm the vendor or the manufacturer, because they get so much demand for the product after one of my videos that they just can't deliver. And then people get upset with me, or they get upset with the manufacturer, and that's not fair. So I'm just going to let you know right up front, be prepared to wait a while if you want to get a set of these guards. I do like the looks and the manufacturing and the quality of these engine and saddlebag guards better than some other aftermarket guards I've seen. Of course, there's the other option, which are the traction tip-over protection for your rear view mirrors and your saddlebags. That's another good option, but it's just up to you. I think if you are prone to dropping your motorcycle, this might be a better solution. You'll have to make that decision yourself, but be forewarned, when you go to their website to place an order, it may say they're out of stock. Okay, that's pretty much my final assessment of the T-Rex Racing engine guards and saddlebag guards. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments down below. If you own a set of these, again, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, please give it a thumbs up, because that really does help the YouTube channel. Much appreciated. Thanks again to all my members for supporting the channel. Any other questions, just let me know. And until I see you on the next Cruiseman's Reviews, remember what I always say, ride often, but ride safe. See you next time.